Hey folks, Wildcat Wendell Cooley here. You're watching Johnny's Garage.
Back in the late 20th century, there was a place that created champions. A place that made men. That legendary place is talked about today. That place is
I had the pleasure to sit down with a man that has made all the difference in my life. I got to sit down with a man that made me who I am today. It is with great pleasure that I get to sit and listen to the man that taught me how to be who I am, the man that taught me how to take care of myself. He taught me not only how to be a good wrestler, he taught me how to survive. This man spent countless hours teaching me and other people, and he is the exact reason that we are here today because he is Johnny's Garage. It was the first day I walked into that garage. A very humble man sitting there inviting us in to go work out. And I get into a wrestling ring, and this very humble man was one of the best and one of the greatest that I've ever seen in my life. And he took time out of his life to teach me how to be a greater version of myself. He taught me how to take care of myself. He taught me uh, what it means to be a wrestler. And although that has changed over the years for a lot of people, but for all of us people that were around back in the day, it was always a constant. There was a constant about being a wrestler. The constant is you had to take care of the person you're in there with. And number one and foremost, you had to take care of yourself. He taught me how to do that. He taught me when it was time to throw the gloves off. And he made a big impact on me. But not just me. Johnny's Garage has made an impact across wrestling in a whole. He traveled a lot. He did a lot in his times as a wrestler. But then I look at how far that I went and the places I went and the people that I touched. And then I look at the people that Bogey touched and how far he went over the years. I look at the other people that were associated with Johnny's Garage and how far they went and the people that they touched. And it is easy to say that Johnny has affected wrestling worldwide. And here we are on Johnny's Garage, and we are going to have a sit down and listen to my mentor, the man that made me who I am today, tell his story of his beginnings and how he come up through wrestling. So this really is a special treat, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do.
A couple of things in the ring, and then he just like somebody just take the thing away from him instead of keeping the same uh, enthusiasm from the beginning of the match to the end of the match. That's when you call wrestling entertaining people,
Yeah.
because that's what it was for, to entertain people.
Well, who was it that you were with when you were doing the Tarzan shows?
So what?
When you started doing the Tarzan stunt work?
Oh, I don't know, somebody. Oh, yeah, yeah. I was working with this Martin, you know, what's his name? Oh, there was a guy beside you and I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alan Martin, I believe.
You think it was Alan?
Yeah.
Started doing because I remember you talking about doing the stunt work with the Tarzan shows down in Florida.
Yeah, yeah, and right there, good God, yeah, there was two guys. There was the Lone Ranger and Tonto, and Tonto was a real Indian
Mm-hmm.
from the Florida, you know.
Yeah.
And we were doing the Tarzan movie there. Yeah.
That's cool.
There was some guy there that he said, "Man, you can surely make in the movies, you know." Hell, I look just like that all the time. You know, 19 years old, and do all kind of shit in the ring. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know whether you ever saw me walking the top rope.
No.
You never. You,
You got to remember, Johnny, when we met you, your top rope days were behind you.
yeah.
When
I
I
was-
got there, the mat was in the center was wore out,
Yeah, I know,
and
I
you
got a hole in
said
it.
the ropes are to keep you from falling off the ring.
Yeah.
So
That was
we
it.
were never taught anything about ropes.
Yeah, that was it, man. Everything we learned was on the mat. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
So for people that have wrestled me all those years, I'll let you know that this is the guy that taught me. And I had a standard to uphold, and one of those standards was that there wasn't no bull in the ring. We got in there, it was game on, and it was time to
we
do
had
it.
a guy, Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those over the years. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some damn good wrestling and good matches. You know, because I used to. What was this damn guy? He died in the ring. It was one damn Friday evening. We were wrestling Phoenix City. And the guy in the ring, what the hell was that guy's name? Anyway, he got a heart attack in the ring. And before we get the ambulance there, son of a bitch died.
Mm.
And I had to go next.
Mm.
And I said, son of a bitch. It scared the hell out of me.
Yes.
Where were you at in Phoenix City?
At the, it was a damn armory,
Okay.
sort of an armory there. And then instead of having in Phoenix City, we moved to Columbus, you know.
I'm going to check that out and see who that was.
Yeah. I don't remember what years I tried to get his damn name.
I got a few people down there that are old
We
school
used
that'll know.
to we used to go all the way as Savannah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and what's his name? God, I can't remember that guy's name. He used to prima donna, you know. Yeah, one of them guys that thinks that he knows everything in the ring, but when you get him in the damn ring, he don't know shit.
Chick Donovan? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because he come to me and he wanted me to lose on this black guy that never been in the damn ring. he was doing it. I said, all right. I put that son of a bitch in 3 minutes. I had him fall, and he couldn't get off of the damn match. I mean, out of the mat. And the referee, I said, count him. 1, 2, 3. Boy, he got all over me. I said, son of a bitch, let me tell you something. I can put you in a hole, and you cannot get out of it. Do it. Boom, I put him on the damn hole and push his damn face against the damn wall. I said, get out of it. You hurting me. I said, I ain't hurting you yet.
Yeah.
You move and you're going to hurt. Because I used to cross a damn arm in a certain way that if you move, you break the damn shoulder. And I'm the only one that can get you out of it, you know.
Yeah.
And he said, you can't do that to me. I said, the hell I can, you son of a bitch. Before, and Bearhead was there. And he said, amigo, go ahead. I put that son of a bitch on the damn hole, and he couldn't move. And he said, you hurt me. I said, that ain't all. If you move the wrong way, your shoulder's going to be broke. And Bearhead kept on instigating him. Hey, big man, get up a bit. Get out. Get out. I can't. I said, you move, you going to break your shoulder. I ain't going to do nothing but just put a little more pressure, and that'll be it. And he said, okay. You put the guy down. I didn't want you to put him down. I want you to lose. I said, not me. If he don't know how to wrestle, son of a bitch, he ain't got no business in that damn ring. He said, well, I just want to build him up because he's from, it was in Tuscaloosa. He's from here. And his name was Constant Payne.
Constant pain.
Yeah.
And you put him in constant pain.
I put his ass out there, and he just, I said, you move, you fucked up. But he wanted me to lose over a damn black guy that didn't have no.
No, yeah.
And I told him, I said, like, you put me in there with somebody that can wrestle, show me that can wrestle, and I don't mind going down. Because it's not the first time I'm going down. Me and Pete Rose, one weekend I win and one weekend he win.
Yeah.
You know? And we entertain the people. I mean, we didn't have, I don't know whether you people been with a crowd that back then $25 you making money than, and this damn one Saturday night we had 18 matches. There was 6 matches girls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, we had it going, and we made $300 a piece because there was that many people there. If you put a match like that, you make money, you know, and you entertain the people.
Yeah.
That's when I met that guy from Birmingham, because he saw me wrestling, and he said, man, you don't have to wrestle in Florida. This a long ways for you to, you got your family in Prattville. I live in Birmingham, and I promote few matches. And I said, well, I've been thinking about, you know, leaving this house, because I was working for Cowboy Looster then. See, he was a promoter then. And we were working Homestead, Hollywood, Miami. There was 2 more towns that Oh yeah, what's the capital of Florida?
What is the capital of Florida? Is it Tallahassee?
No, not Tallahassee. Oh, damn. I mean, it was a long ass way. But that town had a lot of entertainment. They had alligators, people wrestling alligators.
Orlando?
No, I wrestled in Orlando quite a few times, but it wasn't Orlando. It was closer to the to Alabama. God,
Wasn't Tampa, was it? No,
no.
I don't know.
I wrestled Tampa. I wrestled
I
Orlando.
didn't know he was doing a geography test in this.
Yeah, and
Not up to
we
date.
we wrestled all over Florida, and hell, we used to get on Highway 27 and sometimes wrestle 5 small towns right through there, and people, man, love it.
Have you ever wrestled on the West Coast?
No,
I know you've been up and down the East Coast. How far
No.
west have you gotten?
really and truly, I wrestled in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who for out there?
Oh, what the hell is this? He had 2 sons.
Blanchard?
No. He had 2 sons, and one of them committed suicide.
Von Erichs?
There you
Okay.
go, Van Eric. Yeah. Yeah. I wrestled
So
him.
that was Iron Claw.
Huh?
Wasn't that his name?
No, that was Fritz Von Erich out there. That's who
Yeah.
was running that.
Yeah. What was his stage name though?
Fritz Von Erich.
Yeah. One of
He was the German.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were good people now.
See
They
the
were
one that did the
real
heart
good
punch?
people.
No, that's that was Oxbaker and I can't remember the other guy's name that did Stasiak. Was that him?
Yeah.
But neither of them did a heart punch out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he did the claw.
They did the claw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I wrestled in Texas. I wrestled in Houston. I wrestled in San Antonio, way down there.
Right.
Yeah. And another town there close to the ocean. Because I remember walk to the beach, and always some damn pussy wanted to give you some ass. And always.
Well, then pictures you showed us, I can understand why the way you looked back in the day.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's why the damn woman over there, when I was a policeman there for 15 years, right there, and Mary, one of the policewomen, she knew me before, and she knew I was wrestling, and she made that picture there and gave it to me as a birthday. That was my birthday, and she made that picture and gave it to me. She was a nice lady. She was, I mean,
Yep. One of the things that we do, which is why I'm loving this talk we're having now, is we talk about the real side of wrestling. We talk about what wrestlers have to go through to be wrestlers.
well, when I was working for man,
yeah,
the old man,
senior, yeah,
it was good. It was, he had respect for the wrestlers, and he had some guys that come from way out west, and we wrestle and everything. He pays good, but when his so-called son and daughter took over, he went apeshit. You know, he went completely down because some of the guys didn't want to wrestle because he wouldn't pay. No. And who the hell was it that, I don't know, it was a short guy. And I told Pete was beginning to, I said, Pete, that son of a bitch don't want to pay. Grab the damn box.
Yes, but
And Pete said, oh, hell yeah. He went over there to the damn front, grabbed the damn box with the money. And, man, we almost had to have a police escort because I don't know where the hell he was, in Troy, somewhere. I'm wrestling a guy in there, and you use the little blade, and whenever you keep on putting that damn fist behind, blood spatter all over the place. And I'm straddled his shoulder and giving him hell and blood everywhere. Two damn fucking policemen got in there, and I picked one up and threw it through the top hole outside. He couldn't move. The other one with the damn club, I said, buddy, you touch me with that son of a bitch and you won't get out of the damn ring. He started to jump out and Bearhead grabbed him. He said, you ain't going nowhere, you jumping here. I guess you got to take care of yourself. and Bearhead said, go on, amigo, do your thing. God almighty knows. Police come in there. I don't know how in the hell I got out under the ring and stay there until everything quiet down. Yeah. And after they quiet down, they took some of the wrestlers to jail, and I'm putting my clothes on, my shoes on, and all. There comes the damn guy, and they told me, you do not come back to this town. If you do, you will end up in jail for a long, long time. I never did go back. Yeah.
I didn't
Somebody
have
tell me, you ain't coming back over here, you ain't coming back. I ain't coming back. But see, what happened is, we were in the ring wrestling. We throw this guy out. I didn't know he was a policeman on the side. Well, as soon as I throw him out, I jump over the top rope on top of him. And man, you know how they had the chairs in front. He just went back. Oh, he got cut. I didn't know the fucking woman coming there with a knife. And I said, you ain't gonna cut me. So she tried. I grabbed her hand and I hit her. I didn't know she was the damn chief of police wife.
Uh-oh.
Good Lord have mercy. Everything just went
It went downhill from there, didn't it?
Oh Lord. Everybody going to jail, and I said, I'm not going to fucking jail. I used to have a Cadillac. I said, buddy, you got to run home. I don't that son of a bitch. And I know the police car followed me. I don't know whether he wanted to catch up with me or not. But as soon as I got out of the county line, I said, I'm going home. I'll never come back over here. I never did go back to that damn town. Shit, that damn woman coming there on the side of the damn ring and trying to do this to me. I don't know, grab the damn hand and I pow right in the damn face. She went back and one of the guys said, man, you better run, that's a damn chief of police wife. I said, oh God. Yeah, man. All kind of shit. All kind of.
See, that's the things that we missed. We got that the beginning of our career, and then everything went kind of easy. So we understand and we can live vicariously through what you went through because we know what the beginning of our career was.
Yeah.
I have been threatened to be stabbed. I've threatened to
I
be shot.
I got shot twice.
Oh,
Yeah, I was in Pale City.
Hell City.
We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm wrestling this damn guy, and you know, shit, I got to entertain my damn people out there were coming to watch me. So I'm doing my damn thing, and I'm putting this guy through hell and high water. And that woman, I saw her when she pulled a damn gun. And I said, oh, hell, fire. Bang, bang. I jump over onto the damn ring and crawl out.
That's all
I
you
said, I
can
ain't
do.
coming back. Hell no.
Were you the good guy or the bad guy that night?
No, I never wrestled. I tell you, I wrestled heel with a mask on, you know. But people knew my body and the way I moved. So, that's Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Johnny here. You
Kinda
know,
like-
I used to wrestle like you used to. You wrestle 6 months on an area
Right.
and then you move on to another area, you know. But this guy, I was wrestling there, and nobody was entertaining. Just me and Pete, and Pete go in there and start to show, and I said, Pete, don't get in that damn ring. Got in the ring, trying to teach you show off for this girl,
Yeah.
and broke his damn fucking ankle. Yeah. I said, I told you, damn it. Oh, man, Jesus. What the hell am I going to do now? I said, you can't wrestle with that damn ankle like that.
Well, I know when Pete was up in Iowa, he broke his ankle, and he still wrestled. He finished the match jumping off the top rope like an idiot.
Well, we had, I don't know whether you remember this young kid. Oh, he lived in Birmingham. And his daddy used to wrestle pro.
Talking
And he
about
sent it to me,
JT.
JT.
Yeah.
His
Nobody
daddy,
nobody can find him.
I don't know what happened to him. Because he was great.
Oh, yeah.
He was great. And his daddy sent him to me for me to finish training. His daddy was a pro wrestler, and for some reason or another, he had to quit. So he was great because I remember him going somewhere out west, and this guy was a prima donna, and I told him, I said, do not let this guy go over you. You are a pro wrestler and a damn good one. Just don't let him go over you at all. And he put that guy down like he was,
I think I was standing there watching that one. I think
Yeah.
you were too.
And he come back and said, did you, because he was on TV. Yeah, I said, yeah, I watch it. Here, back then, the damn TV, man, they wanted, they wanted wrestling.
Right.
Nowadays, all you got is a bunch of muscle bound that don't know really. I watch on a Saturday night. It comes on one of them damn stations. And there's two guys in there. They use all type of wrestling. They go through holes and get in and get out. and it's beautiful to watch, you know. And they work every damn Saturday night.
Gotta be AEW.
I think that's. I know
Saturday
it's a
it could be
W
a bunch of
somehow.
But,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
while we're talking about all the real stuff, I'm going to get in here and let you tell. You were talking about taking the cash box and everything, and then you were talking about having to take somebody. Let me tell you, the first time that I ever wrestled a show in front of an audience, Johnny forced me to go, and he made me go to Daleville. There was a guy there named LaRue, and like he was talking about, LaRue had 25 matches on the card for that night. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
And so this is number one. There was a guy, I can't remember what his ring name was, but he was a little short, stubby guy. Johnny had to wrestle him. This guy makes his entrance to the ring, and before he gets in the ring, he kicks his shoes off.
Ooh.
And I'm standing there with Mad Max, and me and Mad Max, and I go, oh my God, and it stunk. It stunk up the whole building.
Yeah.
And so this guy gets in there with Johnny. Johnny's on the signature. He's down on one knee, and he's scooting around the ring. And this boy jumps up and tries to put Johnny in a leg scissor headlock with them stinking feet. And oh my God. Now, he pushes the boy off. When the boy stands up, Johnny jumps up and he pops him right between the eyes. Like, yeah, one time. And then he catches him by the hair as he was falling. And he stands him back up, and I ain't through with you yet. And he gives him another one, and then the guy was gone. And this is Mad Max standing there. He said, I've seen this too many times. He just walks off. Well, this is my first time ever seeing this, so I'm watching it. Well, what happened after that was I ended up wrestling tags with Pete. Me and Pete tagged up. That ended up in an absolute disaster, which is a whole nother story. But then they had another match come out with LaRue wrestling. And then Johnny comes to me and he puts me in there with Hurricane Bronson. And so me and Hurricane go out and we hit the main event on this thing. And I remember that one so well because whenever we get in there, Hurricane pushes me to a turnbuckle and he looks at me and says, it's time to go to school. And when he said that, I spun him around in that turnbuckle and I said, well, ring the bell, motherfucker. And I popped him right in the mouth. And
I said, don't let that fat son of a bitch take over you, man.
and we put on a main event match, and it was a good one. So after we get out, Johnny goes out there and he starts taking the ropes off the ring. And LaRue comes to him and says, I've got 12 more matches on the card. And he looked at him and said, you ain't got nothing that's going to top that. The show's over.
So what you getting me for? So where'd you pull a knife? I said, pull a knife? I don't own a knife. I never have owned a knife. So they searched me. And one of the guys said, he ain't got no weapon at all. I said, you taking his word because I asked for money. I wrestled pro for him. And I want to go home, but he don't want me to go home. He want me to stay here. And he just told me I won't wrestle no more in Alabama. I said, that's all right with me. Just pay me and I'll be gone. And he didn't want to pay me. And I made a gesture, that I wanted to confront him with it. But I didn't touch him. I didn't do nothing. And the lady, they took me over there back to his office. And the lady said, no, he didn't touch him. They let me go.
You missed your bus. You missed your bus.
Yeah, well, that's when I met, I forgot that little man's. He used to live in, two of his boys were wrestlers. And I forgot his name. That's where I met him. I met him. I used to work for Cowboy Lusto out of Homestead, and he introduced me to him. I used to wrestle all week down there, go through Hollywood, Homestead, Miami, and all through there. And then I come back, I wrestle Saturday night, the last night. I wrestled Saturday night, and then I drive all the way to Prattville, so my children, my family. Sunday evening, I go back, and this guy, when I met him, he said, "Man, you don't have to do that. You can wrestle in Alabama just as good as you wrestling in Florida." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I'm a manager." I said, "Oh, really?" Damn it, I forgot that man's name. They live in Birmingham. And one of his boys was a skinny little thing. And the other one was stout, you know. We wrestled a lot together. But when I was wrestling...
Hold on. You talking about the Fuller boys? Ron and Robert Fuller.
Yeah.
And then their dad was a promoter, and
Yeah,
Ron
his dad,
took over
yeah.
for the dad.
His dad was a promoter.
So he was doing Mobile
Yeah.
and Birmingham, and yeah.
Yeah, he had a, I think he had four towns. He had Mobile, he had Birmingham, Montgomery, and Selma.
Yeah. You're talking about the old Continental. The old Continental.
Yeah. Well, he was good though.
Yep.
He paid good. He paid damn sure. He paid good.
I've worked with Ron and Robert.
Yeah.
Robert was...
He wasn't very much.
No, the way I got Robert was a good manager, right? And so I had Paul Bear as my manager, and we were going against...
Did you ever wrestle in the same card with a Breadhead?
No, Johnny Burhead was before my time. He had quit wrestling by the time I got through training.
No, he didn't quit wrestling. He died.
No, he died about 5 years ago.
He died longer than that.
No, it's been about 5
Who's
years.
that?
Burhead.
Yeah,
Bird
Burhead.
Jones.
Less than 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he died in New York
Yeah, they did.
because every Christmas he come down and visit me. You know, we used to wrestle.
So the only time I saw Burhead was when I was training and I was filming the shows.
We went to Sand Mountain in North Alabama, and he was riding with me, and then you know how they used to be about black people. They had a big old sign on it said, "Nigga, don't let 6 o'clock catch you on the damn street." And he looked at it and said, "Hey, let's go back. Let's go. I ain't gonna wrestle here." I said, "Oh, man, you don't pay no attention to that." That's what Pete Hayes, I was trying to train him, you know.
Yeah.
I said, "I'm gonna put you with Pete Hayes." No, Pete Hayes. No. I don't want no part of that sort of thing. Because Pete had the damn idea that he banged the hell out of somebody, you know.
What? You saying Pete worked stiff?
Huh?
You saying Pete worked stiff?
Shit.
I can't believe you say that.
He was a sorry son of a bitch. I said, "Look, I trained him. I give him about 4 or 5 lessons." And I said, one of the guys, what the hell we were wrestling that evening? He was in Daysville, down south, you know.
Daleville?
Daleville, I
Yeah.
believe that. And I said, I'm gonna put you in there. No, man, I ain't got that much experience. I said, I'm gonna put you in that son of a bitch. You gonna wrestle tonight.
You did that to me too. In the same damn town, in Daleville.
So you gonna have to do it, man. I mean,
And he made me partner with Pete. That was the
Well,
night he
Pete-
squished the shit out of
Pete
that boy.
was a son of a bitch because he took his cousin. I don't know whether you knew him or not.
Never, he was gone before I got there. Yeah.
He used to live in Greenville, and he used to call me and say, "Hey, you got this book?" Yeah, man, I got you with Pete, your cousin. No, don't put me with that son of a bitch. He was a man. He was a damn.
I remember when you made me and Pete tag team. You remember me and Pete tag. And I remember the night you walked up to me and you said, it was me and Pete. You looked and said, "All right, boys, you finally done it." We said, "Done what?" He said, "There's not a tag team in the Southeast that'll get in the wrestling ring with you. Y'all have finally run them all." And Pete was standing there proud. And I'm like, "Okay." And then he looked up and said, "Well, I guess you two are going to have to work each other." And you put me in there. And after all those years that me and Pete tagged, when we got in there, that son of a gun tried to beat me to death.
I know.
I jumped up and I hit him as hard as I could hit him right there. I put him on his knees.
I remember.
And he's down there and he goes, "I like that, baby." And I said, "If you like that, you're going to love this."
Yeah. I tell you what, man, he was something else.
Oh,
He was
man.
something. He took his cousin and made him bleed. I mean, his face was just like that thing that just bleeding all over. And I said, "Why in the hell you do this? You hurt somebody there, and that guy can't wrestle the next night because you hurt him."
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he can get it, he can't take it. He was partnered with a black guy.
Jesse.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw him up in North Alabama. He looks old, but he's still